Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so we only got that much time. Okay? So I wanted to do something a little bit different. And bring on, what's your name?
Cameron.
Cameron. So, and tell a little bit story about Cameron. Because this happened like maybe a couple months ago. Shortly after Daddy got home. We took the kids to Frank Brown Water Park. And what did we go do?
Took the swim test.
We took the swim test. Did you take it right away?
No,
Why didn't you take the swim test right away?
I was scared.
He was scared. So at Frank Brown Water Park, if you live in Florida, you know all about it. You got to take the swim test to get the bracelet to go in the deep end and on the obstacle course. Well, the swim test, you have to swim a little bit, float in the water for a couple seconds, and then swim back down to the ladder. And then the lifeguard tells you yes or no that you passed. And so Cameron is a great swimmer. He swam in the pool with us multiple times. And his brother and his sister went and they took the swim test and they passed. And they're doing the obstacle course and they're going down the slide. And Cameron's doing what? Where are you at? Where are you at first? You hanging with mommy and daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know a parent is not that much fun as a sibling. So he goes and he stands in line for the swim test, right? And we get all the way to you are the next person. What happens? Do you remember the first time you got in line? What happened?
Wait, what?
Remember when we got in line
Yeah.
and you went to go take it? What happened the first time you went? Did you take it or no?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Be quiet.
You didn't. He didn't take it the first time. We
Yes, I
stood in
did.
line, and we waited, and we waited, and waited, and he was next, and he said, "Let me go practice one more time." Right?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. We
No, I
literally
didn't.
went back. Okay. Anyway, so we
You
went
don't know
back.
what you heard.
I heard you.
No, you didn't.
Okay. I have a better memory than you because I'm older. So we went, and he decided not to take the swim test. He wanted to practice a little bit more. And we kept telling him, "You're so good. You can do this. You can do this." He said, "Let me just practice a little bit more." So me, him, and Daddy went back down to the shallow end, and he swam. And as he swam from me to Garrett, he was telling himself he can't do it while he was doing it. So we kept telling him, "You can do it. You can do it." His sissy and his brother were telling him, "You can do it. You can do it." So then what happened? Then what happened?
I did it.
You did it! And you passed it?
Yes.
Yes! He finally passed it. He went down there and he passed it. And you know what happened after that? We barely saw him the rest of the day. He ran off with his sister and his brother all over Frank Brown Park. So then he was like, I told him, I said, what did we say? I remember, we were walking back and I said, "See, there was nothing to be afraid of." What did I say? Do you remember that? And you're like, "I'm not afraid of it. It's not a fear because I'm not afraid of it anymore." Right? Like there was nothing to be afraid of. And I told him, it's like, "There's nothing to be afraid of." He said, "Well, I'm not afraid anymore because, I already did it." And it was just kind of reminded me when you're afraid to do something, majority of the time we know we can do it. We are able to do it, but we're too scared to overcome it, right? And we're so proud that he did. Super, because then we've been back twice since then, right?
3.
He jumps in the water, takes the swim test, and we don't see him. Like we check, and of course they come back and they check on us and stuff, but he runs off. Like it's not even a phase to him anymore. But it takes the right people in your circle telling you you can do it, telling you you can do it, encouraging you to not give up. And you're fearless now, right? Are you afraid of the swim test anymore? No. Last time we went to Frank Brown Park was for a friend's birthday party for her little girl. And we got there and they didn't even eat the cake and the ice cream and the pizza. They ran off. And before I could go and check on them, he was already in the water doing the swim test. So don't be afraid. to overcome your fears, because eventually they won't be your fears anymore. You're going to know that you were able to do them, and you're just going to go out there and you're going to jump in the water. You're going to take the swim test, and you're going to do all the fun stuff that you've watched everybody else do.
Last time we went, it wasn't as fun because the slide was closed.
It was closed.
Yeah, we couldn't go on it.
I wonder if they didn't have enough lifeguards. But you did the obstacle course, multiple times. Mm-hmm. And you just hung out in the deep end.
Sky kept on telling me to go as fast as I could, so that was
She wanted to see you fall.
She kept on taking videos. She kept on going.
Don't let fear win. Say, don't let fear win. Don't let fear win.
Don't let fear win.
Bye.